Hello YouTubers, this is the one and only Sonic Ranger here, back with the final part of this basic review series of the brand new just released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows action figures produced by Playmates Toys. And it's come to this. Today is June 3rd, which means officially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows has just hit theaters. That said, as of the moment of this recording, I have yet to see the movie, and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching this do not want to read any spoilers down below in the comment section of this video if they are in my shoes. So, that being said, please do not post anything about the movie down below in the comment section of this video. If you're going to leave anything in the comment section of this video, it's basically what I say at the end of all my video reviews. If you have any questions or comments pertaining to the action figures at hand in this video, just that, nothing else. It's BEBOP and ROCKSTEADY today, so it is officially the henchman of the Shredder. So, you know, what else can I say beyond that? I mean, in any incarnation that you can think of, outside of maybe the 2003 cartoon series, BEBOP and ROCKSTEADY have always played a place in the shadow of the Shredder and his Foot Ninja Clan. So, that being said, let's get to this, because I've said enough. Let's take a look at the blister card packaging for BEBOP and ROCKSTEADY. Is pretty much one and the same. It is your generic packaging for all the Out of the Shadow figures. You got your 4 turtles right there at the top right corner, the logo for the movie right there. You got the name of the character right there, this being ROCKSTEADY, that one right there BEBOP, flipping on the back, and you've also got your also available figures of this series. So anyway, that's going to do it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and open up these blister cards and see whether or not these reviewers that have already reviewed these figures before really know what they're talking about when they say that these are the best of this series. Let's find out together. Stay tuned. Well, I'm actually surprised how good these figures are. You know, like I've been saying for a while now, this review series has been kind of the mixed bag. You got your good figures, you got your bad figures, you got your first class, you got your second class. So, I know a lot of you are wondering, where do I consider this class for BEBOP and ROCKSTEADY? You know what? I'm going to put this in the Beyond section. This is Beyond First Class. These two figures right here is where Playmates Toys took a lot of attention to. A lot. Alright, so let's take a look at BEBOP. And this looks good, okay? This looks really good. I like the fact that he's got a ponytail as well, which actually goes all the way down his back and kind of next to his tail. That's kind of cool. I know a lot of people would be thrown off by the sculpting of this since it's not a separate piece, but I'm not really bothered by it. As a matter of fact, yeah, it would hinder the articulation of his head, which it doesn't because this is actually sculpted separately. As you can see, there's a big gap. Like I said, a lot of people wouldn't like that, but I, on the other hand, am not bothered by it. This is actually a really good figure. I mean, this figure's got more paint than Shredder, Crane, and maybe even Casey Jones put together. Look at this, he's even got a tattoo. I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a cut on his arm or something to me. I mean, it looks like blood dripping down his arm, which, you know, for a kid's toy line, I mean, that's kind of me. But, yeah, this looks real good. He totally looks very punk. I like the way that BEBOP looks. You know, a pig character. I mean, wow, that just... Can you really think about that for a moment? A pig. It looks really good. Yeah. I like the pink on him, especially for his little beard or goatee he's got going on down there underneath his jawline. That's really cool. He's even got the glasses. I mean, you can definitely tell that this is carrying from the cartoon series, the 1987 cartoon. That definitely is BEBOP right there. And the glasses are actually a separate piece, so if you flip them up, you can actually see he's got some eyes, but they're not painted. So, I wouldn't try and take them off. They are actually glued into place. You could remove them if you want to with a little bit of an X-Acto knife slice here and here, but I'm not going to do that. This figure is too good to do something like that. So, for BEBOP's weapons that he comes with, which he does come with stuff, so that's nice. So he's actually got like, you know, it's a chain with a lock on it. So there's that. I guess the lock is used for leverage when trying to whack the turtles. It's got some heft to it, so, you know, that's going to go flying and it's going to hurt whoever it hits. And then he's got this crowbar, which is a very nice crowbar. And it's a little soft, but, you know, it's not as bad as Casey Jones' hockey stick. I'm never going to let that go, am I? But, I haven't tried putting these weapons in his hand just yet. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but looks like it's holding pretty tight in that one. Let's go ahead and put the chain one in the other hand. And yeah, he holds his weapons pretty good. That is awesome. Spectacular job, Playmates Toys. Looks freaking fantastic. What else can I really say about it? This is some nice work. Look at these tattoos he's got here. Tattoos! I really didn't think Playmates Toys would go into this much attention for the figure. It looks really good. The rhinoceros armor bits on his arms are sculpted in a nice way. It just looks so... what's the word? I just lost the word, but I'm going to go with my next word, phrase, and I'm going to say realistic. It just looks good. I mean, wow, this figure is fantastic. He's even got a little tattoo on his belly here of like a flame effect or something. Look at this. He's even got some, oh god, what are they called? Brass knuckles. Look, they're actually painted too. Fantastic job, Playmates Toys. I mean, wow. If I have said anything bad about this series, this is definitely a step in the right direction. Everything that you think needs paint does have paint. Even his camo pants have paint on it. Some differences here with some very dark green tones for the stripes around them. A very nice color choice for the combat pants as well. And look at this. Even he's got a little bit of an ash crack there. You can see it. I mean, wow. I didn't think that the sculpting would go in that far, but yeah, his pants are lower than where they should be. Pretty interesting. Nonetheless, some really, really cool figures. Now for Rocksteady's weapon of choices, let's see, we got a sledgehammer here, obviously. It's not painted though. The hammer bit is not painted. That's a little disappointing, but whatever. It's not too bad. I mean, it does hold in his hands pretty good. The other weapon of choice, I guess he's a Walking Dead fan because this is obviously Negan's weapon. It's a baseball bat with some barbed wire on it. Fits in that hand pretty good. So they can hold their weapons exceptionally well. I mean, this is some really good stuff here. I am just blown away by how much attention to detail went into these figures and the paint apps. And I mean, jeez. What in the world? But we're not done there. So, that being said, let's get to it. The articulation, which is pretty much one and the same, so I don't have to flip-flop the figures because, like I said, it's one and the same. They both have ball-jointed heads, even though Rocksteady's is a little limited. You can actually get some decent range going left and right. You just can't really get some up and down, but with BEBOP, you actually can. Ball jointed shoulders, as you can see, they go in and out, they rotate around. They've actually got ball jointed elbows, or should I just say it's single jointed hinge, but it's also got that swivel cut as well. So as you can see, 90 degrees, and they do go in and out. Wrist rotation, always a plus. Waist rotation, which, you know, kind of makes a little cracking sound every now and then with my Rocksteady figure, but, you know, your results will vary. That said, the best part about this figure, they fixed the freaking leg joints. They fixed them. Look at the way that these are positioned, huh? What used to be on the front of these figures is now finally back on the sides, which means I could go like this to get the legs up. And if I wanted to split the legs, I don't have to go up and then turn them to the side. No, if I wanted to, I can have the figure standing straight, but I could also split his legs out while they're still touching the ground. Yes! I wish the Playmates Toys would keep with this style. This is what action figures need, okay? They don't need that pre-Marvel Legends leg articulation because it just doesn't work. So, that said, legs go up about that much, legs go back about that far. They actually go in and out perfectly, as you can see. And last but not least, the knees have that ball and hinge joint. So you've got this. You got pretty much about a little bit, maybe 90 degrees. I can't really tell, but yeah, it's there. And there's also the swivel. I mean, wow, I'm just messing up on my words, but these figures have really blown me away. I mean, I really thought that this review series was going to end badly. But that said, these figures are really an exception. These are really good figures. I just like them. I cannot praise these figures enough. Bebop and Rocksteady are definitely the perfect duo, and they're definitely the perfect figures. This truly is the main reason why you're buying into the Out of the Shadows marketing products. I mean, definitely for the toy line, it's Bebop and Rocksteady. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I actually start cutting into the 11-inch action figures just because of Bebop and Rocksteady, because they are 11-inch scaled figures of these figures with the same amount of articulation, same amount of paint apps, and maybe even the same accessories. So, you know, you can't go wrong with whatever decision works with you. I mean, if you got the money, then by all means, more power to you. I mean, some great figures, some really good figures. And there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap up this mini review series with a scale of all the figures of Out of the Shadows minus the 3 extra turtle figures, which are just variants with different costumes. I mean, there's no reason for me to go into detail about those or to even review them. I've pretty much reviewed all the figures I need out of this basic line, and this is totally a great line. It's had its complications, and I've got to say that Casey Jones is no excuse still. I mean, I was expecting a little more out of Casey Jones, but you know, Shredder was a disappointment. Crane could have been better. The Foot Soldier is in the right spot, but there are some executions that just hinder the Foot Soldier to the point where it's a good figure, but it's just not as good as I was hoping it could have been. Bebop and Rocksteady and the 4 turtles are definitely the grabbers here. This is the attention grabbers of this series here. It's the reason why you're buying into Out of the Shadows. They're great figures. I cannot recommend them enough. I've just got to go ahead and say, if you see them in stores and you turn them up, what the is wrong with you? That's all I'm gonna say. So that's pretty much gonna do it, guys. We're done here. So I've got one more review up my sleeve for Out of the Shadows, but it's not an action figure, as I've reviewed all the action figures I'm going to review of this series, unless I get into the second wave, which isn't much. So, questions, comments about Bebop and Rocksteady or this whole entire series, you know what to do. Leave it down below in the comments section of this video. Like I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you like this video review, hit the thumbs up. If you like these figures, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like this video review or this series at all, if you didn't like these figures that I reviewed today, you know what to do. And if you haven't already, if you want to, please subscribe to this channel for more video reviews just like the one you were viewing today. And stick around, there's more Ninja Turtles on the way. This is not the end of it. So, this is the one and only Sonic Ranger signing out. There's nothing else to say, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you whenever you see me.